it was overheard. Should I wait to ask questions on that?
I mean, if we're ready to begin, then no.
Live and good to go.
Awesome.
All right. So last session ended with you guys approaching a door in a vampire crypt beneath an old chapel to the Silver Flame. And that conversation ends with a kobold talking to, I mean, I guess it started with that too, but ends with the kobold asking a mysterious female figure named Kaylani. He says, that's why I sent the raven for you. We need help. Can Lady Morana save this coven? It's too late. On my way in, I saw your doom crawling down the ladder to come get you. Hope they were good traps you set out there. Goodbye, Spunk. This is followed by a whooshing sound, probably probably Kaylani turning into a bat and flying away. And he says, wait, what did you do with my raven? Oh, poor raven. By the Devourer's ball sack. What am I going to do? And there is no response, of course. He's now talking to himself.
I have a question on this. The paladin is a scared old man. Is the item that he carries of true concern? They aren't talking about our paladin, are they?
No, probably the one we seen on the train.
Okay,
yeah,
I wasn't
the one who actually saved
trained.
us. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. You guys don't know that. I don't
My
hear
character doesn't know it.
I was say who saved it. Yeah, I did, of course. Okay, so we're gonna make the DM say the line again, and we're gonna kick down the door and say a really corny one-liner, right?
Sure.
Yeah. Map us.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Everybody see?
Yes.
Yes.
Elijah steps back as the trap mentioning sounds ominous for that door.
All right. Is somebody going to try and open the door?
And I'm going to step up probably here and wait for someone else to fucking step up with me. I'm not that gun-ho.
Shadow also walks up to the door.
Where'd I go?
Elijah says, "Oh, you're totally gung ho. You got this," and she'll dump a heroism on you.
Thank you. So, yeah, and kick down the
Elijah,
door.
why don't you, Elijah, take a step back. Thank you.
All right. You guys are all stacked up and ready to go then?
Yep, ready to kick it down.
Yep. Shields up, sword drawn.
Who does what to open this door?
I would
Shadow,
say
do you think you can open it quietly?
I thought Simon was kicking it in.
I thought so too, but I'm playing the wrong character. I have -1 strength.
Right. The shadow is going to try to calmly and quietly open the door.
All right, Shadow, you reach for the handle, and this door is locked.
I'm gonna try to pick it.
All right, give me a thieves' tools check. All right. You successfully pick the lock. However, all of you roll me a dexterity saving throw, as you did not check for traps.
Yeah. Mine's with advantage.
Why is yours with advantage?
Because I'm a barbarian and I'm not incapacitated.
He's got the danger sense.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, my spidey sense is tingling.
All right. So that means basically Simon. Simon, you take half damage. Everybody else takes full. This is piercing. As you know, these four corners here that you guys see,
Mm-hmm.
compartments open up and just darts fire off in several directions from them. This is piercing.
Oh, man, Eliza had to come up and actually give you heroism. Come on, she was standing way back there. Oh, well. Piercing.
That is 8 piercing and 7 poison. Does not create the poison condition. Just poison damage.
I would like to point
Ouch.
out, in the conversation, they literally mentioned traps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but we ran
Well,
into
you
some too.
were planning on not kicking down the door, so
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah, but I'm the paladin. What's your guys' excuse?
You take that 3 off that 10 hit points.
All right. And everybody's applied their
I have no.
what's it's. All right.
Yeah, we're gonna
The
call it
door's
a day.
You want a long rest?
Yeah.
The door is unlocked. I will say that you know, the darts flying around and the subsequent grunts of pain and whatnot have definitely changed your situation from being silent.
Let's go.
Okay. Before we get into this, can I burn what would be a bonus action, or are we rolling initiative right now? I just want to heal up.
Nobody's opened the door yet,
Okay.
but you have heard from the other side of the door. You've heard Spunk say something to the effect of, "Ah, shit, they're here."
Two.
I'm going to do a bonus action as a lay on hands to myself as well.
All right. We'll give everybody a round. We'll just see what you do with a round of actions. So we've got Merrick, who has used his bonus action there. We got Simon has used a bonus action as well. Anything you want to do, Eliza?
No.
All right, Max.
Yeah, I'm gonna use a bonus action. I'm gonna throw healing word. Actually, hold on. Yeah, that's a bonus action. Healing word on Eliza.
Well, Eliza's not going. I mean, she's not jumping in there. You might want to give it to the shadow, but sure.
Okay. Well, it'd be 5 points. And then I'm going to use a healer's. I'm going to use a healer.
Going to Eliza or the shadow?
It's going to go to Eliza because I'm going to use my standard action to apply a healer's kit to the shadow.
I guess Eliza will make a fake Eliza.
And where the hell is it? Sorry. Still trying to get this down right.
See, as these darts are flying around, as soon as they're done and everybody stands up and sees that everyone's alive, Merrick kind of tenses up, and you see some of his wounds heal immediately. Simon does something similar.
At least I get to reroll that.
Max kind of throws a hand towards Eliza, and then rushes towards the shadow with some healing supplies, just kind of quickly, putting something on the wounds created by the darts, and maybe slapping a band-aid on there.
Yep, Shadow's healed 5.
Awesome.
All right. Now are you guys opening the door?
Yes, somebody open the door.
All right. So you look forward, and one of you had a light. I think it was Max.
Yeah, I know I have a lantern. I think you said other people did, but
We had a couple of them.
Yeah. Did anybody else have the lantern active?
I think
you got to be like holding it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Eliza will keep it light up. She doesn't need hands for anything.
Yeah.
All right.
Anybody have the light cantrip?
I do actually.
Do you want to cast it on my shield or something like that, or would that make some sense?
This very second, no, because
Not
I could have
necessarily,
before,
just later.
but yeah.
No, just going forward, I guess.
Yes, Eliza will have a light up. She's not combative, so.
All right.
That's what she
So,
says, but that's not. Never mind.
You guys see in the distance, those of you looking down into the door, you see a single kobold standing there, and he looks maybe a little distressed. You can't really tell with the shadows from these small candle lights and the dim light that's coming off of your own ever-burning torch. And he runs down here and just starts banging on the coffin that's down here and says, get up, you idiots, get up.
Charge.
Yeah, let me go and throw some turns in here.
I'm guessing we're rolling initiative then, huh?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me some initiative.
oh sure, I could have used that roll earlier.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Let's see, we got Merrick, we got Max, we got Eliza, we got Simon. Did not see the shadow.
Yeah, he's got like a 23.
There we go. All right. Well, we will go with your original 23 shadow and sort by descending. And you are up first.
All right, I'm going to bonus action dash, making my move speed 80 feet. How far away is that? Darn it, lost.
Now you started right at the door here.
See how far I can.
I'll remind everybody we're one level of exhaustion too, which should cut
God.
5 feet off of movement.
Oh,
Yeah.
true story. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is
Alright.
true. One of you saved. One of you didn't take that level of exhaustion. Who was it?
Simon.
And Simon always seems to get those saves.
Sure, that's what Simon says.
And I guess I could main action dash too.
Yeah, you see the faint glow of candlelight here, since you don't actually have dark vision into the room. You see the faint glow of candlelight covering. You can see the outlines of 7 caskets.
Sunlight scrolls.
I was just, you beat me to it.
All right. That's it for you, Shadow.
Yep.
Max.
All right. He just had to run off that far. All right. Move forward. And I'm gonna try patching myself up with the healer's kit as well.
All right.
There's no role involved in that, is there?
Just for-
There is a role involved in it if they can't cast that level of spell, which we can't.
No, I meant the healer's kit.
Oh, for the healer's kit. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's-
no actual roll.
Yeah.
You just roll. You basically expend one of your hit die, and
Okay. It just lets you spend one out of a rest.
Yep.
Basically. Gotcha.
yeah. So that's how it's limited to keep you from using it
Yeah.
constantly.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Does the healer's kit have charges as well?
Yeah, it's got
Yeah.
10 uses. I've got 4 of them, so I'm tracking the uses.
Sweet. All right. And is that it for you, Max?
Actually, yes.
All right. Let's see here. How do I do this? So I have to just right click him and
Maybe a second one.
bring him to the
Hopefully
token layer.
Yeah.
All right. So Shadow, to the east of you, you hear one of the coffins open up, and this kobold vampire spawn leaps out at you. And he is going to attempt to bite you. With a 6. Does a 6 hit you?
I'm
gonna
thinking
assume
he
the
would
answer's no.
have to be unconscious for it to hit him.
Yeah.
So.
All right. And then this one is the next one. He is likewise going to jump over here. Now he's going to get advantage because he's flanking.
Oh, so close.
All right. You take a 6 necrotic and 5 piercing damage.
Reflect attack.
All right. Now, can remind me, can deflect attack deflect all types of damage or just non-magical?
Just piercing, slashing, and bludgeoning.
Ah, okay.
So we would add add 6 to whatever this roll is.
18.
All right. So you deflect all of the piercing.
And how much necrotic was that?
That was 6.
All right.
All right. And next up is this one. I need to get that macro going where I could just click of a button changes layer. All right. This one is going to round the corner here. That was 20 feet, 30 feet. He's just going to stand there menacingly, waiting on somebody to try and attack him. Merrick.
Merrick. So we are minus 5 feet, right?
Yep, minus 5 feet in speed. All except
Okay. Okay. Bonus action going into rage. And then wait a minute, I think I measured it to there for move action and action. That's all I got.
All right. Got another kobold vampire spawn here. Change layer. He can get here, but he had to use a double move to get there. So next turn he will attack. Simon.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and move forward to right there.
All right.
As a action, I'm going to cast Blade Ward. And as a bonus action, which is that was a cantrip, and then as a bonus action, I'm going to go ahead and cast Divine Favor.
Who's our daylight? Who's our daylight people?
I have one, and the cleric has one.
Okay, cleric, and I'm just saying that's a 60-foot radius of sunlight, so we need to get them in quickly.
Yeah.
That's going to be at least disadvantage, if not automatic damage to these things.
Yeah, you guys do recall some of the research that Eliza had told you about with regards Eliza and Merrick had told you about with regards to vampires. Merrick specifically noting out that from Riku, he had learned from Riku in the books that Riku had provided. He had learned that direct daylight would, severely hamper the vampires, as well as not allow them to regenerate hit points, or recover from the wounds that they're given.
Plus, those have a chance to fail, a small chance on the roll, so we need to make sure these work. Anyway, I'm cool. Sorry.
I was kind of expecting to hopefully burn my silvery barbs. Could I get advantage on the roll for is it a check for this scroll, daylight scroll?
It's one. It's one more. I don't know. That's a DM question.
I'm thinking if I get a silver barbs off and I have a advantage on my next roll, use it then. With my train of thought, at least.
Let's make an ability check using your spell casting ability to determine whether you can cast it. DC equals 10 plus, so it'll be a DC 13.
Ability check.
Using a ability check with whatever your spell casting thing is.
Yeah, so if silvery barbs is pretty much on any D20 roll, right?
There you go.
I don't know. I will, when Eliza comes up, she will help you out in that fashion. Anyway.
Cool.
One reaction when you take when a creature you can see within 60 feet of yourself succeeds on an attack roll, an ability check, or a saving throw. So silvery barbs only works on a successful attack roll, ability check, or saving throw. And it's only a creature you can see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was hoping to get attacked, use silvery barbs, and to give myself advantage for the next
okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah. I thought you were talking about silvery barbsing yourself on the actual
and
check.
then the advantage on the next attack roll. Yes, you could do that. I'll bardic you anyway next time, or this time. So.
I already have one.
Do you already have a bardic?
It rushed out the door.
No, I gave you heroism, so you got 10 hit points.
Heroism, my bad.
Yeah. So you've had 3 temp hit points each round.
I misunderstood you, my bad. But yeah, that was my turn.
All right. Okay. Spunk, he is going to step over here, and he has a couple of spells.
There is an uncommon magic item that allows the daylight spell to be cast like once a day, and like the light spell as needed.
That sounds like an interesting magic item. Spunk is going to toll the dead on the Shadow. So Shadow, give me a Wisdom saving throw. It's going to be a DC of 12.
Whew.
All right. Yeah, so you hear the bell go off in your head, but you feel your body tighten and tense, and you do not take the necrotic damage from that. Eliza.
All right. Eliza tries to be stealthy and move to here, but it's after she moves fake Eliza to about here. Fake Eliza doesn't have the movement penalty, so she'll move down to there. And she will say to Simon, light. And you're bardically inspired.
Yeah, I had the light cantrip, sure.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
that's what she's got.
Anything? All right. This kobold here. It gets a lot easier once they're all on the token layer. This kobold here is going to rush up, and he's gonna try to bite Merrick.
Groovy.
And Merrick, you haven't done anything that would give him advantage, right?
I have not. No.
Oh, I don't know why I gave him advantage, anyways. But his first roll was an 18. 18 hit you.
18 hits me.
All silvery barbs it.
All right. So regular roll, he gets an 8. And who does the advantage go to?
The advantage, I've already bardic Simon. The advantage goes to Merrick.
Oh, groovy. Awesome. So,
go ahead, Merrick.
okay. So the second number is what we're going with now, the 8, because of the silvery barbs. I don't.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't get
Okay.
hit.
Yeah, he rolled an 18, and then because it was silvery barbs, 8.
Okay, groovy. All right. Yeah, that didn't hit.
All right, this guy can actually make it to the shadow, and he is also going to try and bite. 12 hits you, Shadow?
Nope.
All right. You lucky thing. All right. And change layer tokens. The final kobold vampire spawn comes out of his coffin, and he is going to rush up here to stop you guys from being able to help Shadow. He's going to double move.
He dodged my reach, I'm guessing.
Say again?
I said he dodged my reach. I didn't quite see where he moved. He was 10 feet away, right? Okay. Yep.
Yeah,
Groovy.
yeah, he kind of came up through here.
Groovy.
All right, the Shadow.
All right. I am going to use Flurry of Blows to make a total of 2 unarmed attacks on that kobold and get a free Hand of Healing as my second Flurry of Blows attack.
All right. Wait, which kobold?
This one.
All right. Go for it.
Oh.
Yeah, 7 is not going to hit. But the 25 does.
25?
All right.
Oh, holy
Oh
shit.
crap! That was a crit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So your second unarmed strike was a critical strike. Was there a reason you rolled a third one?
No, I think that was just an accidental button press. We can just ignore
All
that
right.
last one.
Well, go ahead and roll. Roll regular damage, and whatever you roll here is added to the maximum number of damage that you could have done anyways.
Sorry, that was crit damage. I hit the button before you said that.
Well,
All right.
we can still figure it out.
Yeah. So in this case, it's just going to be.
I mean, just go up and hit the damage button again.
Yeah.
Yeah, just roll regular damage. All right. So that was, you rolled a 1 plus 3 is 4, and then we add 6 to that, so 10. So 10 damage total.
And a nice little Hand of Healing. Once again, I don't know why it rolls 2. We'll just go with the top one. I heal myself for 6 hit points.
All right. Anything else, Shadow?
That is gonna be it for me.
All right. Max, you're up.
All right. Oh, those things are moving fast. All right. Let's that makes more sense. All right. Let's toll the dead on this one.
All right. And that is
And
going
wisdom
to be
save. Wisdom save DC 13.
Oh,
Oops.
takes 4
No, that's much better.
necrotic damage.
Yep.
that's better.
And then I'll use my bonus action to cast spiritual weapon and hit him with it.
All right. Dang it. I need to freaking remember to add you a spiritual weapon.
Yeah.
I like the quiz.
Yeah, that works for now.
Yeah.
17 hit?
Let's go with.
Why did it?
You know what? You're going to get an animated hand that you can just bitch smack him with.
Okay, that works. And that's a good placement for it, too.
Yeah, I'm going to put it in your.
Oh, come on.
Roll by.
Why is it not adding my spellcasting modifiers? What the hell is going on?
So you wouldn't get it on the cantrip.
No, but on spiritual weapon, it's a D8 plus ability modifier.
Huh.
It's not doing the math right, and also the attack roll isn't right either. Because the attack. Oh, okay, right. Exhaustion -2.
Yeah.
Never
Yeah.
mind. It left that. Okay, so that should be 4 damage.
All right. Vampire Spawn takes 4 damage. And is that it for you?
Yes. Okay, actually, no, I take it back. I will actually move, since it's going to take longer anyway. So I can at least get down to where I need to be sooner than later.
All
Okay.
right. All right, this vampire spawn is going to attack the shadow. 17 hit you?
A 17 does hit me.
All right. So that is 7 necrotic and 6 piercing.
I'm just gonna use my deflect attack, and since the minimum damage it can do would block all the physical damage, I'm not gonna roll it.
Yeah, that's
how
fine.
much necrotic? You said
7.
7?
Yeah.
Oh, good lord.
The shadow moves too fast for his own good, I think.
Don't split the party.
The other vampire spawn is going to also attack the shadow since he is surrounded. That is a 9, which I assume misses.
It does.
Lucky you. This vampire spawn is going to rush up and attack Merrick. And it's just normal attack, right, Merrick?
Yeah, no advantage. Nope.
All right, 12 does not hit you.
Nope.
All right, Merrick, you are up.
Okay, and I have advantage from silvery barbs, right?
Yes.
Okay, on that. So we're going to go with advantage. We are going longsword to the guy right in front of me.
All right, go ahead.
21. I'm guessing that hits.
21 does indeed hit.
Awesome. For 20 points of damage. And he's
Wow.
got this. Yeah.
All right, and he's got disadvantage.
And he is at disadvantage. Yep. And I think that's actually. I think that's all I got. I'm not moving anywhere. I'm not healing. So. Oh, yeah. Just because it's my only attack, I'm gonna re-roll the damage because I've got that savage attacker just to see if I do more than 20.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. No.
20 is pretty high.
Yeah, we're gonna stick with 20. Yep.
All right. Now, Shadow, you see in front of you the vampire spawn, kobold vampire spawn, and there is something about him that is interesting.
His wounds close up.
They do indeed. The roll 20 sheet doesn't really do a good day or a good explanation there. So I'm gonna look up the. All right. Oh, okay. It's just a flat 10.
They heal 10. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now there are some scenarios where they don't heal.
Yeah.
Is radiant damage one of them?
If only we had some sunlight or something going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Merrick recalls that if a vampire takes radiant damage or holy water damage, it doesn't regenerate, and also the regeneration doesn't happen if it's in sunlight or running water. So you see Shadow as the damage you've taken, as the damage you've dealt out to this kobold. You kind of like broke part of his nose, and it just seems to like heal right up, and those fangs just pop right back into place right before he is going to try and attack you with it. If I can find his stupid character sheet again.
This is not attack.
Oh no, he's still gonna do that. Where's that kobold? There he is. Dude, where did I hide this thing? It is somewhere on my screen and I can't even see it. Oh, there it is. Cool. All right, he is going to bite. 21 hit you?
It does, but can I use my heroic inspiration to have that get re-rolled?
You can use that on your rolls, not on other people's.
Oh.
Unless that's part of the new rules that I'm not familiar with.
We're going to say it is. We'll look it up later, though.
No.
I don't think it plays like a lucky feat or something like that.
Yeah.
where you
Yeah. I don't
where you
think so.
can't adjust others. Yeah.
So Shadow, you as this kobold's face kind of reconstructs itself back into place, and it just jumps on you. The last thing you see is these fangs just kind of coming down on you, and you guys see the very blurry, kind of off in the dark by itself form of the Shadow get covered in vampiric kobolds. So on your turn, Shadow, we will have you make the first death rolls of the campaign.
Sweet.
So, how much damage did I take?
You took a total of 16. 8 piercing, 8 necrotic. All right, Simon.
Okay, I will try casting the daylight spell from the scroll.
All right, and we said that was a DC 13 spellcasting roll, right?
Yep.
Plus
Got
the,
advantage too, right?
Get your D6.
Yeah, plus the D, plus the bark inspiration. There you go, 14.
All right. So let me go ahead and do this. You
60
see
foot,
as
right? Yeah, can we say everything?
oh, okay. So yeah, you're
Everything
gonna
else-
just
everything-
cast it. You're just gonna cast it in the middle of the room.
Yeah, why not?
All right. Well, it's a spot within 60 feet of you, so you can cast it right here,
Oh, no,
and
10
it'll
foot
still
off,
get
yeah.
everything.
Okay. That's what I do.
All right. So let's see here. Just gonna move this candlelight I have here, and all right. So daylight completely fills the chamber. All of the creatures other than Spunk seem to completely just shy back. They are, let's see, I think it's for the vampires, it's if they start their turn. Do, do, do. Yeah.
It's not going to be good.
So for the vampires, and they start their turn in daylight, they're gonna take some damage. Anything else, Simon? Well, it's still your turn.
No, that's it.
All right, Spunk. He's blinded a little bit by the sudden just flash of light, but he is not a vampire, so he is going to run up 25 feet and that is 70 feet. Does he have anything?
I mean, you could go up
Yeah.
and stick a dagger in the shadow or something. Just to.
Kate, you just need to shut up. Scatter.
He runs forward and he's trying to encourage his vampire brethren, and he's just like now, and he's maybe he's rushed all the way up to here, and he's trying to stamp out the daylight, like he's trying to punch the daylight.
Punch the daylights out of you.
There
Yeah.
you go.
And Eliza.
Eliza will change fake Eliza to have a little bit of looks like blood on her neck or something as he moves fake Eliza down into here. But definitely a trail of blood running down her neck. So delicious for vampires. Other than that, she will hide behind where she's at and tell this little vampire kobold, I don't know, you look even worse in daylight than you do in darkness, and viciously mock him.
All right.
Let's see.
He doesn't like being insulted.
You should have gone with the standby with vampires. You suck.
Yes. 4 psychic.
Yeah, he says it's not my fault. Nobody's seen me in daylight in so long.
That's all she's got.
All right. Merrick, there's a vampire kobold in front of you. He opens his mouth, but from the back of his throat, you see a beam of sunlight come through as he completely disintegrates and just turns to dust in front of you. As he was going to go to bite you.
Nice.
This guy.
Only counts as one.
You see as one of the kobolds around the shadow. You know what? He's going to run away. He's going to run down here behind this big, heavy clay pot looking thing and hide from the sunlight. Now, the one that you insulted, Eliza, he going to make a wisdom save, or rather, he's going to make a wisdom check, which. Or does it even?
I mean, he's got a juicy unarmored lady right in front that's bleeding.
He does, and he's going
to exploding in sunlight fire. So
yeah, he's going to reach out to grab her, and fake Eliza is going to look, I guess, scared.
Sure.
And before he can do anything, yeah, he completely just evaporates. You know, like Thanos snap, kind of just dusts away.
Nice.
Shadow, give us a death saving throw.
All right.
Nope.
Okay, that isn't a death saving throw. I don't know why it rolled that.
Oh, there we go. Death saving throw. All right. Yeah, you have 1 success. And your dagger pulses with strength. For some reason. All right, Maximilian.
All right. I am going to, let's see, how far is that? Okay. I am going to move forward I'm assuming none of the stones and other stuff are actually count as difficult terrain.
No.
Okay. So I'm going to move up to here and cast Healing Word on Shadow.
All right. Now, Shadow, you heal for however many hit points this is. But if you had any failed death saving throws, the way I want to try playing it is that in between long rests, keep your death saving throws.
Yeah, I like it. It's vicious.
Okay, I don't know why that didn't do anything. Try that again.
So we can't do the whole like, oh, he went down, now he's up, now he's down, now he's up, now he's down. You're actually going to keep your death saving throws in between long rests.
Okay, so he will actually get 6 back.
All
and
right.
why? No, hold on. It didn't. It's not adding the modifier like it should. So he should get back 6 plus 3 for the wisdom plus 3 for the disciple of life. So 11.
All right.
Oh no, sorry, 12.
Anything else, Max?
Yeah. Can I control the spiritual weapon with a regular action? Because I used my bonus for Healing Word.
Yes.
I would say. I mean,
I know some things are restricted to, yeah, you have to do it as a bonus action sort of thing, but I would hope that this is one of those exceptions.
I would say in this case, if you were casting it, it would be a bonus action. But just to tell it what to do, I'll allow it as an action.
Okay. To hit this guy.
And it certainly does.
And that should be plus 3, so 8 damage.
All right.
You should try maybe just redragging a spell out. Redrag one of the spells and just see if that works.
Yeah, I'll give that a try.
All right. With a prone the shadow, this kobold who does take 20 damage of sunlight. And he would normally get advantage, but he's at disadvantage for being in sunlight, so it's just going to be a normal roll, and he's going to attack the shadow. That is total of 12, unless you're going to deflect attack on the piercing.
Did you already roll the hit?
Yeah, you rolled a 21.
Oh. Yeah, I'll deflect attack.
Did it roll privately, or did it roll public?
No, I see it.
I see it.
Oh, okay. All right. Deflect attack. You got an 8 piercing that you can deflect.
Add 5 to that.
All right. So you take a total of 7 damage still, but you are not down. Now this kobold here, he's going to take 20 sunlight damage. And he will also get, I guess it evens out because you haven't been able to stand up yet. So no advantage for attacking prone. 13 does not hit you, I assume?
It does not.
All right. Yeah, these guys are just trying to Just trying to really get at you. This guy, Merrick, you have another kobold vampire in front of you. You see that he is likewise just sort of shredding apart from all the sunlight around him, and
Right.
and you kind of think he's gonna die like the other ones, but it's not quite so. He has just enough hit points to try and attack you with disadvantage because he's in sunlight, which means
He misses.
yeah, he definitely misses. Did he roll a natural one? No, he didn't.
No.
Yeah.
2.
So he's just barely trying to bite you. You find it so easy to just move out of the way. And now it's your turn.
Okay, I look back at Eliza, and Simon. Can you guys take care of this guy? Actually, I just kind of grunt. Huh?
Yeah, fake Eliza says nothing.
Simon grunts back. Then looks at fake Eliza. Do you speak, Merrick?
In the affirmative.
No, I just grunt.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because I actually zoned out and actually have no idea what you actually said before that, so...
Can you take... I motion, do you think you can take this guy who's, smoldering right now?
Yeah.
Okay. We're looking at... Alright. So I'm going to double move.
He misses his attack of opportunity.
Hang on a minute. 50 feet right there, and I'm going to have to use bonus action to keep my rage up. That's all I got.
All right. This vampire spawn, he is also still focused on the shadow, who now he will not get.
Hey, don't even bother attacking that guy. He's going to melt before he can make an attack.
And he's going to attack shadow with a 9. Does not hit. Simon.
I go ahead and step up. There. And just regular attacks. I'm as part of my attack action, I will draw my second scimitar. First attack.
11 does not hit.
Second attack. 13.
13, believe it or not, does not hit.
I don't believe it.
Doesn't change facts.
I prefer alternative facts, thank you. But yeah, that was it. So I just hope Merrick can see that I didn't take care of that.
Well, he's going to take care of himself. He's melting away. So.
But yeah, that's it.
All right. Spunk. He sees big, strong Merrick coming over to stop his kobold vampires from doing something, and he's gonna try and take the wind out of you. So go ahead and make a con save.
Okay.
We will say the DC is 12.
DC of 12, con save. Should not have been with advantage. My apologies, but the 14 should do it.
Yeah. Let's see. So on a successful save, this was I kind of like this, the new Rave Enfeeblement. On a successful save, the target has disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes. However, if you had failed the save, then you have disadvantage on all strength-based D20 tests for the whole duration.
Ooh. What's the spell?
Raise Enfeeblement.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah. Now, don't pay attention to his save DC because that's not calculating correctly. I kind of built this NPC and found out how crappy the Roll20 and build an NPC interface is.
Gotcha.
But it's yeah. So you saved, which means you just have disadvantage on your next strength-based attack.
I bet you I don't.
Oh, right. But now you don't, because
Right.
you're also raging.
Well, but it's the reckless attack that'll give me advantage. But yeah. Yep. Gotcha.
All right, and he's going to run down here. And Eliza.
Eliza looks at the guy who Simon whiffed at and says, "You're definitely not long for this world. You should hurry up and die." And she will do that.
And he says, "You do not decide when I die."
Guess not.
He rolled a 16.
All right. Fair enough. That's all you got.
And you see him start salivating at fake Eliza. And which one is this? Oh, right. Yeah, this guy. He's gonna stay right where he's at. Shadow.
I'm going to use my action to attack this kobold. And how effective that is determines what I do with my bonus action. Oh yeah, I'm also going to get up from being prone.
All right. Bathed in daylight. That is a hit.
All right.
All right. So he does take 5 bludgeoning damage.
I'm going to use Hand of Harm.
All right.
And
we'll go with the first one.
Yeah. So that's 7 additional damage.
Yeah, so you see as these kobolds are kind of covering up the shadow, they're trying to just tear him apart. You see the shadow kick one off of him, kind of slide out of the other one's grip, and just rock this one's world with just a punch to the face that seems almost supernatural. And that Hand of Harm kicks off, and you see this kobold just sort of disintegrate in front of him. And what else?
I'm going to Flurry of Blows this one.
All right. Have at it. Yep, that's going to hit.
Both of them?
The 14 hits.
All right.
All right. He is looking really rough. As you punch him, you see it looks like entire like chunks of his skin come flaking off in this daylight. As it looks like his teeth, which were once like just covered in blood, just dry out. He's not completely down yet, though. Anything else?
Also, if I were to move south 5 feet, would that still qualify as them flanking?
They would no longer be flanking. Now they could both just move down 5 feet, but they would have to do that on their turns. So it is a strategic move.
All right, I'm going to move north 5 feet, and that's my turn.
All right, Shadow moving towards the party. Maximilian.
Well, that'll help. All right. Bonus action to smite this guy.
Oh, with your
with the spiritual weapon.
yeah.
I don't think that's going to cut it.
Yeah, kobolds are shorter than you think sometimes. This thing just whiffs right over it.
All right, and then where is it? And then I'm going to toll the dead on this guy.
All right, gotta take a. Is that a failed? It's a wisdom save. Yeah. Yeah, he fails.
Okay. Why does it not give me the? All right, I just got to roll the d12 separately. It's not showing up in the spell like it should.
All right. Yeah. You see, as though it's necrotic damage, as that necrotic damage withers him away from within, it's it's like the necrotic and the daylight meet at some point where they're both tearing him from apart from within and without, and he just kind of explodes in this weird pus-fueled, ooey gooey-ness. Shadow gets some on his cloak.
Nice. And I will move forward. All right, I'm done.
All right. Shadow, you do have that other kobold near you. However, as soon as he opens his mouth to try and bite you, he just withers away and dies. And this one does the same to you, Simon. He just dies right out. Merrick.
I was just looking to see if there was any rule about like a double move charge. I am gonna get up in his face though, and I did not see anything. Unfortunately, that's a double move, and I got nothing.
All right.
Yep.
Simon.
I just move forward. Put my weapons away.
All right. Sponk is still alive. And seeing Merrick in front of him, he is going to try and do something. He's got to try and do something.
Fall to his knees and beg for his life? That's something.
Is inflict wounds now a saving throw instead of an attack roll?
I don't know, but there's something about casting a spell. Oh, wait, a ranged spell within 5 feet or something like that, isn't there?
Well, no, I thought inflict wounds was a.
Inflict wounds is a touch.
Yeah.
Yep.
Con save.
Yeah, Thor, I saw the thing about the charge feat, but I thought there was just an action for a charge too.
Yeah,
That's
apparently
the third
not.
edition thing.
What's that?
That's the third edition thing.
No, see, I keep mixing my.
All right. Yeah, con saving throw, Merrick.
Sure.
DC 12.
No problem.
Barbarians are notoriously bad at con saving throws.
Yeah, well, you say that, and I'm gonna fail it, and I'm gonna wind up using my. Never mind.
On a failed save, half as much damage.
Mm-hmm.
So you take
7 points.
necrotic damage.
Ooh, take all of that.
As Spunk is just fighting for his life.
Yep.
Eliza.
Liza sticks. Let's see, can she get. Yeah, she sticks close to the wall and kind of tries to hide behind this piece of wall and moves fake Eliza to right about there. And that's all she's got. Just kind of keep an eye on the door behind.
All right. You don't see anything at the door, but it's a good idea. Yeah, Eliza's watching her back now.
Yeah. Lesson learned.
Let's see. What should my vampire spawn do?
He's probably healed a couple. He's probably healed.
I think he's still in the light, isn't he?
Well, if he's been ducking in this.
He's hiding behind this big pot thing.
Oh, right.
I just haven't drawn the actual
Shadow.
light.
Yeah.
Make a run for the coffin or something, maybe.
He's just trapped. He should just talk.
You know what? He's got a 50-50 shot of making it. We'll say who's the last person he attacked? Shadow. Shadow, give me odds or evens.
Odds.
All right. If he rolls an odd number, he burns up. If he rolls an even number, he doesn't. All right, even number. You see as this kobold leaps into the air, he jumps back here and leaps into the air into a looks like a chute, and crawls up and out. You see him as he's taking damage. You know, some of the sunlight does hit his skin, and he's very he's very afraid of dying for again. You know.
Okay.
So he escapes, and we'll go ahead and get him off of the turn order there.
Yeah, but once he gets up to the surface, he'll realize it's daytime and turn into a fine pink mist, right?
Is it daytime right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, we went in the day.
Oh.
That's true. All right, Shadow.
I am going to bonus action drink a potion. That's 2d4 plus 2, so we're just gonna.
7 points.
All right, so you heal for 7.
And I'm gonna flank this kobold and attack.
All right.
Let me apply that healing. since
All
I'm
right.
flanking up advantage.
Yeah, 14's gonna hit. All right. He takes the 5 damage, and you see as Spunk starts really freaking out, like he knows this is really gonna be the end here, and he's just shouting. You hear him shouting the name of Kaylani, as well as just growling and trying to nip and snap and do whatever he can to get away from you guys. Maximilian.
All right, let's move this over here, or at least as far as I can, and then move closer. Before I make my next action, do we need to question him first?
I don't know who this guy is. I mean, I guess
I'm all
do.
ragey, so I'm all about killing him, but it probably isn't a bad idea.
Simon?
Is AFK.
I thought he was back.
Do whatever you want. Or do whatever Max would do.
Like, play the role.
Hold on, I have an idea. At least I hope it'll work. Hold person.
Ooh. Come on with the wisdom save, Spunk.
Damn it.
Call that
Yeah,
a
he is
channel and
wily.
lesson from.
All right. Spiritual weapon drops because, well, actually, because the spell didn't take effect, does that break concentration on the previous spell?
Spiritual weapon. Does spiritual weapon have concentration? I didn't think
It does
did.
now. It does now in this version.
But hold person does?
Right.
Yeah, whole
Hold
person
person-
always has. I think that you
Yeah.
cast a concentration, regardless of what happens, it breaks
Yeah.
concentration.
That's what I
Yeah.
thought, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah. In order to cast it, you
Okay.
you have to drop concentration.
Fair enough. That's what I needed to know.
I didn't know
All right,
hold person needed.
They changed it in the revision.
I guess.
Keeps you from doing spiritual weapon and
Spirit guardians.
yes.
Yeah. No, and I get it with that, but I just whole person I didn't know needed
Yeah.
concentration. I learned something today. Okay. I'm very angry and I'm going to hit him or try to with my sword. 21?
Yeah, 21 hits.
Okay. 18 or 23. There you go.
All right. So how do you do this, Merrick?
Oh, I see him skittering back and forth between Shadow and I, and he, as soon as he's turning back to me to see if I'm a threat, my sword is already swinging right at his throat, and I would like to see his head rolling on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
okay?
he has that brief moment of breaking that resisting that whole person, and it
Mhm.
slows him down for just that split second, and you know he tries to recover, and as soon as he turns around and dashes forward, he dashes himself straight through the longsword that's cutting through the opposite direction, and
Awesome.
and yeah, his body actually runs for about 2 steps before falling,
Like a
but his
chicken.
head remained. His head remained where he was when the blow struck.
so I can do the whole turnaround. Every now and then you get a little bit lonely.
Nobody else here knows that song. They're far too young, but good try.
Right.
No, we know the song.
Everybody knows that song. I'll bet you Shadow knows that song.
Eliza drops a fake Eliza.
Huh?
All right. So you guys are now covered in daylight in this, this crypt with all these caskets.
Yeah, how long does this daylight last? Because I say we open these caskets up. I mean,
Yeah,
I know
let's
they
make sure
popped,
they're
I
in
know they
any-
popped out of them, but
Yeah, the caskets are all open. The duration on daylight is
Long.
hour.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I am
Yes.
gonna go check the little. However he climbed.
That's not even concentration. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah, it is.
and that drift globe cast it once a day, no concentration, and no chance of spell failure.
Yeah, and the drift globe follows you.
Yeah.
So all of these are open, is what you're saying.
Yeah, all these caskets are open.
Okay.
Merrick, you were able to see up into you're able to see up into a not exactly a daylight situation because it's the Nightwood. It's never quite day.
Right.
However, there is there's a dim light situation up there.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah, we don't really know if the Darkwood place, if daylight there is even going to affect them. Maybe he is able to run around.
I'm gonna guess because they bed down at night that it does, but I could be wrong. I don't know.
All right. So looking through these coffins.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get some loot tables going on.
Simon back yet?
Might just be muted at this point.
Eliza's checking out the walls and stuff, looking for other ways out, other ways in.
Yep.
All right. Eliza, give me an investigation check and we'll get to it here in a second. DM's Guide 2024.
Nice. There he is.
All right. I'd say all in this room, Merrick, or who's actually looking through the coffins?
I think we all will rifle through eventually.
All right. Who have I not had roll for something today? Max, give me 2d8.
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 All right. See what we get.
All right. You find a total of 90 gold.
Mm-hmm.
Are we splitting the gold, or are we starting a party stash?
I'd like to start a party stash, but that's me.
Yeah, let's do that. Throw 90 on the party loot.
All right. I will add a handout. And we'll call it
Is everybody cool with
party
that?
loot.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I'd go with that as long as we know who's carrying it.
Why are you
The big
looking
guy.
at me? Why you look at me?
Uh-huh.
Lug.
Hey, our next
All right.
long rest, my strength should go up a point.
All right. And Eliza, you with a 14. Actually, I'm going to roll something over here privately.
I'm gonna be away from the keyboard, but can still talk to you guys and have a cigarette while we're figuring this out.
Eliza, it looks like the only ways out of this room are through the shaft that the kobold crawled up and the door that you came into. There don't appear to be any secret doors or hidden doors.
Alrighty.
Or anything underneath the rubble either. All right, so the sounds of battle have completely gone. You guys are awkwardly, for the first time in days, actually, since entering the Nightwood. This is the first time you've experienced like actual full bright daylight. Even when traveling in midday, it's never this bright.
So our goal here was to take out the vampire kobolds for the captain. What's his face?
Yeah, Captain Lockett.
Yeah. As far as we know, nobody knows who this Morana is at this point, correct?
You guys have been in Korth long enough. Give me a... Oh, what would make sense here?
Insight?
Jeez, where are the skills? Give me a history. Yeah, give me a history check. We'll say everybody can give me a history check.
Would you roll that for me, Matt?
I certainly can. All right, so Simon got a 5. Elijah got a 12. Thor got a 5. Merrick got a 6. And the Shadow.
Oh, the Shadow isn't rolling. He's sobbing in a corner.
All right. Yeah, so we'll say Eliza. The name Morana sounds familiar. Like there's somebody, like there's a prominent figure. There's somebody in Korth, or maybe even just Karnat's government. Just you've heard the name before. It's been in like a paper or something like that. You have a vague mention that you remember of Morana, and you're not sure if it's the same one, because obviously people can have the same name, but you're not 100% sure.
That's fine. I mean, she was the discussion was political rivals of Morana, so she's some political person. But
we can ask Lockett about.
Cool. Yeah, I'll ask Lockett about that. So, I guess I'm a little concerned that this other Kilani person is able. We haven't really taken her out or him out or whatever. So, And it sounds like that is a vampire that can make vampires. So is that somebody we still need to track down? I guess is the question.
Yeah,
Sounds like a question.
I think we need to look into it.
Okay, fair enough.
Or at the very least, relay that information to Captain Lockhead and see what he says.
Yeah. We got close to an hour of daylight in this place. Could we do a short rest?
Yeah.
I know we didn't do much. I didn't do much, but I could use the hit dice healing.
Yeah, as you guys kind of settle in and take solace in the fact that you are completely surrounded by daylight. There's no way to enter this room without getting bathed in daylight. Even the cockroaches and whatnot seem to be shying away from it. Not that they're vampiric; they're just regular cockroaches, and that's what they do.
Did we check the bodies of the vampires that we killed? Or their clothing, their possessions, all that stuff?
I think they Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah, they just kind of they dusted. The only body that there was of Spunk himself, and other than its head, the rest of his body is still intact.
Right.
And you guys have not really checked Spunk.
I'm gonna go check him out.
All right. So Merrick, as you go to check out Spunk and his body, you notice that Shadow seems to be off in a corner away from the light, as far as he can be, anyways. And he doesn't seem to be doing so well. Though he's always wearing the mask, but
right.
you can hear a soft sobbing.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna.
But on Spunk's body,
Mm-hmm.
You find a
Warful Avenger.
you find an arcane focus worth 25 gold.
Okay.
And a couple of various material components. They don't really make a lot of sense to you.
Max, you see this? Max?
The arcane focus or the other piece?
The other. I'm gonna show you everything. Baby.
Yeah. Merrick shows you all the material components that Spunk had on him. It's just an assortment of a bunch of things. We'll just say it's about 10 gold worth of material components of different kinds. There's like a little copper wire. There's some shavings of some kind of wood. There's a coin of some kind. It's just random material components.
Okay.
And an arcane focus.
Right.
25 gold.
That's useful.
Cool. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
After seeing the stuff that Merrick found, Max is going to go over and check on Shadow.
Yeah.
Because the Shadow was hurt pretty badly.
All right. Shadow, you see that Max and Merrick have approached. They are concerned.
What kind of?
Are you okay?
Can I make a con check to see if I can stifle my sobbing?
Yeah, sure. We'll set the DC at 13.
We'll see if I can do that. Actually, my character sheet is acting up. Right,
Just roll a d20.
there we go.
All right. So you guys can tell that the Shadow is kind of making an attempt, but there is still a little bit of that jerky motion that comes with sobbing as he turns to face you.
Right. What's the matter, kid?
I'm not supposed to be able to fall. I'm supposed to be the embodiment of vengeance. Yet there I was, struck low by a kobold.
A vampiric kobold, for what it's worth.
And there was more
Hardly.
than one.
I'm supposed to be beyond mortal.
That may take a bit longer for you.
Here I am, broken and battered.
No. The important question is, have you learned from it?
In the background, you just hear Simon just yell, "Sucks to be you."
Not
Paladin.
Uh-huh.
Paladin.
Yeah, the paladin mocks the really just kicks Shadow when he's down emotionally.
That's Eliza's job.
Well, he's a paladin. He's lawful good. He's awful good. He's awful at being good.
Is he lawful good?
Eliza says, no, there was a bunch of them around you. You did great. You'll get them next time. Suck it up. And she bardically inspires you. So you feel inspired regardless.
Yeah. You can make that next con save with
Advantage.
advantage, sure.
Well, you get the bardic on it. Yeah.
Well, yeah,
sure,
whatever
yeah.
that modifier is.
Yeah. I'm going to say just the fact that you do feel inspired. Go ahead and make that con save again. You don't have to use the bardic inspiration, but you are going to do it with advantage.
Con save.
All right, at 19. So you see, obviously you can't see his face, but you see his shoulders square a little bit, and Shadow stands a little bit taller. But we'll leave that up to Shadow as to how that portrays.
The shadows exhibitance of sadness kind of, it seems to tone down a lot.
I have that way with people.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else? I mean, I think you guys want to take a short rest in here, or feel free to continue with the character based role playing. I'm always down for that.
All right. Merrick's gonna do his dad thing. I'm gonna kind of take a knee next to Shadow, and I'm gonna be like, I don't know what they told you in whatever monastery you were in, but you are mortal like the rest of us, and nobody's perfect, so you're gonna grow into. Sorry about that.
The shadow says, I learned from no monastery. And he's gonna walk off to try and hide behind this vase thing.
Oh, where'd he go?
Only the shadow knows.
And yeah, he's gonna brood away from the party for now. Just wallowing.
All right.
Ooh.
So as you guys are taking a short rest, I would like to take a short break.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. Let's make it about 10 minutes. It's 4:46 right now. Let's come back at 4:55. see Eliza and Max is back. Obviously, I hear Rain and Mouse. The Shadow, have you returned?
I have.
All right. So if everyone's done with all their short rest stuff, then what are we doing?
Leveling up.
Let's get out of here before our daylight vanishes, which it should at the end of this, but short rest. But yeah, get out
Yeah.
and look. Let's get out and look for. Well, during the short rest, I mean, there's nothing around here that no etching or anything like that that specifically talks of a Kalani, right?
No.
Like anything that's engraved in anything or no.
No, nothing that talks about Kehlani.
Okay. I mean, I have no idea how to find this Kalani, so maybe we head back to the captain or search the general area.
I really think, considering the exhaustion that we've got, I don't think we can take another day's worth of exhaustion. I think it's another -2. And I don't think we're going to be able to pursue this Kalani without information either from the captain or doing some research back in town. I'm in favor.
Well, we got the exhaustion because we stayed in the creepy ass
Yeah.
church, right?
Right.
So yeah, we don't want to take a long rest there, but we want to get the hell out of here.
Yeah, we don't know if the woods themselves are what caused it as well.
Yeah. So I'm happy to head back, or at least let's head out to the top of the, and check around the.
Yeah, get out of the graveyard.
Get out of the graveyard. Yeah. There was no other obvious exits or doors as we came down to this place, right? On our pathway.
Correct.
Yeah. So let's head back up top, being wary of possible traps that we didn't trip on the way down. Although I think we got them all.
Yeah, heading back up, taking your time, looking for traps and whatnot. You don't find any more traps. You go back up to the top, and it's just dull and dreary outside. Though, let me move you over there. Yeah, it sounds like Doc is in a bus station.
No, it's probably just his kitchen.
Oh, yeah. Probably better food in his kitchen.
One would hope.
All right. So we've got as you guys leave the church and you go to head out, you do find that one vampire kobold that escaped. You find him with an arrow in his head, and let's see. You find him with an arrow in his head, and you find nearby the fallen kobold with the arrow in his head, you find a piece of paper and a small orb sitting on top of it.
Ooh, what's it say?
All right, you're gonna pick up the piece of paper.
Yeah.
All right.
Explosive runes. Boom.
Yeah.
The piece of paper has 3 things written on it. We'll type them out in the chat as I call them, or as I say them. The first one is a language that none of you really understand. The second one is also in a language that none of you know. But the last one you recognize as one of the dockside bars that is in Korth.
What's the orb? Laz will pick it up, take a look at it.
The orb looks to be a kind of a crystal, kind of a weird crystal, and it looks like it has a small light inside of it. That the light doesn't seem to escape the orb, but it does seem to be as just. It looks like a star in the night sky.
She holds it out in front of her and kind of looks around everybody. You mind? Like, she takes it.
Yeah, you can figure out what it does.
Sure. She pockets it.
Okay. And give me an Arcana check.
Arcana check. I'm no good at that.
All right. Yeah, you kind of, I mean, given that there's a light inside of this crystal orb, you do know that there's something magical about it, but you're not sure what.
It doesn't have any obvious inscription property.
Is anyone else getting that distortion on scatter?
Yep.
Yeah, it just went to full scale static for a bit there.
Oh, sorry, I don't know. How about now?
Yeah, you're better now.
I don't know.
Interesting. Doesn't have anybody's name or property of on it, does it?
It does not.
Okay, that's all I care about. I don't have any idea how we track this other person down. So,
on the flip side of the piece of paper, Merrick, you do see a roughly drawn map, and there's an arrow pointing to a spot on the map that says you are here, and it gives you a direct path to the northwest. Definitely not the route that you took to get to the chapel, but it takes you to the northwest, and it describes some of the trails and whatnot that would be necessary to reach actually the train tracks. This is probably the path
With the kobolds.
that the kobolds took to attack the trains. But you definitely know that there is no way this kobold vampire had the map and the orb on him. This was left here.
Yeah.
I mean, we did have the boot tracks, right? Back a ways. We could go follow the boot tracks. Is that correct? Am I correct in that?
Yeah, if you went back farther south from the original path that you guys took to get here, if you went farther south, you may be able to find those boot tracks, and follow those, or you could follow the path on the map, or really whatever you guys want.
I think we have a secret benefactor.
Well, I think it's also interesting that the kobold wasn't dust, even though it's technically daylight out here. So that raises a level of concern for dealing with them in this area, if that's correct.
Well, we got one more daylight scroll, so feeling good. Yeah, I don't care. Flip a coin.
I like the idea of going back to town, and I think maybe we should try the railroad track path, but that's just my...
Yeah, but that would leave our cart and horse behind.
Did we have a cart and horse?
So, yeah, we had a cart and horse. Another thing I want to mention is my divine sense can tell if somewhere was, where's the word I'm looking for?
Desecrated?
Desecrated.
Unhallowed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if we go a good chunk away from this place, I can pop that and see if it's safe to rest.
Yeah.
Right.
And I have it for like
Yeah.
10 minutes, so
Let's go back to how far away is the horse's carriage?
Yeah, where did you guys leave those?
Not carriage, but
I want to say it was outside of the outside of the graveyard where we hoped they would be safe. So I think we go back, check on them, and then you can load that sort of stuff on the train, right? If it stops for us.
Yeah. Yeah, you get the impression that going back to the train track will just lead you to a non-Nightwood path back to town. You don't think the train's going to stop. It stops at official train stops only.
Right, but it'll at least be a relatively safe path in some ways.
Absolutely, and there is a highway next to the train track. So if you were to cross over the train track and get on that highway, you could just ride your horse and carriage all the way back in.
I mean, I'm happy going back and telling what's his face what we found and see if he has a name. See if he. But obviously, there's somebody else out here who doesn't like cobalt vampires. So
and knows we're out there and everything else, and wants to help us. That's almost more disconcerting than anything else.
let's just go back the way we came. Let's go back the way we came.
Sure.
See if we can pick up the tracks from the other dude. If we can't, great. We just continue on and leave. If we can, we follow him for a while. If it gets crazy, we just head back to town.
Yeah, and that's probably the better bet. Why were they pointing out a specific way to go? Unless
Plus,
it was just for the path.
Yeah, plus we have a silver hook, to check out now. And we got words that we don't know what the hell they are, so.
Yeah. Maybe we don't share those words with, what's his name?
Yeah, Captain what's his face.
Yeah, we just
Captain.
see if we can take him to the library or.
Yeah, we should be able to find a way to comprehend them.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, sounds like a deal.
Rock on.
All right. So the plan is to
go back the way you came.
Backtrack the way you came and go try to find those boot prints.
Yep.
All right. Whoever's leading whoever's leading the way as far as being a guide, give me a survival check. Who's that going to be?
I've got a +3, so for that.
Yeah, Merrick did roll really well last time.
Yeah, I was going to vote for either Merrick or the Shadow because I think he's got a survival as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've got a +4.
All right. So the Shadow, do you just want to give Merrick a helping hand to where he can roll with advantage?
Sure.
All right, just give me one more roll, Merrick.
Yep, you got it. Let's take that first one.
Yeah, 14. Yeah, you're able to follow. You're able to get back on your horse and carriage, and you're able to follow. Everybody roll me perception checks as you are in the cart. Obviously, Merrick's kind of doing the guiding here of which path to take.
You want me to roll as well, or no?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. All right. What do I see with my 23?
All right. And Shadow, you want to roll as well?
What?
Perception.
Sorry, my character sheet is acting up like crazy today. I don't know why.
We all know why. It's roll 20.
Yeah, I would close and reopen it just to see if that helps any.
Yeah, but we'll say the 12 plus whatever you get for perception. Merrick's going to take this one away. as well as Eliza with a 19. You guys notice in some of the Jesus Christ, just outside, just going nuts. Yeah. You guys notice that in some of the shadows created by what light there is, what very dim light that there is, some of the shadows seem to move, and occasionally you see eyes within those shadows watching you. But just as it's almost like in your peripheral, and as soon as you go to focus on it, it seems to disappear.
Okay. Did we see him long enough to tell the relative height of the eyes? I mean, is it kobold height, 2 feet off the ground? Is it human height? Feet off?
It seems to be wherever shadows appear. In a tree, on the ground, at inches above the ground, or all the way up in a tree, just anywhere where shadows appear.
Creepy.
And with that,
they're evil squirrels.
With that survival check, you're able to get back to where you found the boot prints.
Mm-hmm.
And let me just copy the party here and put you guys on the next map. Oh, look at that. I already brought you over to. I just need to do this.
Did we see this place before? This doesn't look familiar.
No.
Okay.
All right. So are you guys just seeing everything right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
His survival check was just that good. He understands intuitively how someone would have built a place out in this area.
Mm-hmm.
And relayed it to all of us.
Right. Eliza steps away from the dark black void that's next to her.
Yeah, that's a bunch of markings of where I got the map from and all that. It was very distracting.
It's not where you're hiding all the tokens for the trolls and the giants and the spiders.
No, not at all.
No, that's off the map entirely.
Right. Yeah.
All right, so you guys see a cabin and a little side building as well.
Well, sword's drawn.
You gonna draw your sword going up to a cabin in the woods?
He had a bad time with it.
Did you ever see the movie Cabin in the Woods?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Merrick has not seen that movie.
Yes, but Merrick had a bad experience with a gazebo once, so.
Yeah. Don't worry, big guy. It's probably nothing. Eliza goes up and knocks on the door. Knock, knock, knock.
Oh, she went up the stairs instead of the ramp.
So you're gonna knock at the door.
Is this like a wheelchair accessible ramp? She goes up on the stairs and knocks on the door. Sure.
God, this place is ADA. That's great.
Knock, knock, knock.
Yeah. You get no answer.
You can go around and look in the windows.
Yeah, in through the windows you see a couple of animal skin rugs. You see various pieces of furniture. None of the furniture goes together. It doesn't look like it all came with the same set. Inside,
This is where the boots go to, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Inside, you do see there are no lanterns. There's no light sources inside, though. The the fire bugs outside, the lightning bugs outside do provide, the occasional flash of light. And there's a well around back, and just looks like somebody's house. Though you do see a bottle of alcohol just spilled over here. Looks like a very messy place.
Okay, but not a cobalt place necessarily. The size of everything indicates a relatively human stature.
Yeah.
The counters aren't a foot off the ground or anything like that. Okay.
Yeah, it's normal human sized.
Okay.
Liza will try the door. Clickety click. Does it open?
Does no one see the guy right here?
What guy? Where?
Oh. Simon turns and sees that there's a man standing there, and he just says, nobody's home yet.
Nobody we recognize, right?
And you are?
He says, my name is Tosh. You can just call me Tosh. Some people have trouble with that.
Tosh. Are you the one who lives here? Is he wearing boots?
He is wearing boots. And he says, yeah, this is my homestead. If you're looking for whoever lives here, you done found him.
Tosh, we've been having some trouble with some kobold vampires in the area. You know anything about that?
I've been having trouble with them there vampires for a long time. I appreciate you guys going in there and clearing the rest of them out for me.
Oh!
Would you be the one that put the arrow in one of the heads of the kobolds?
Yeah, I'm also the one who left you the Dakani Drift Globe and the necessary words to activate the daylight spell associated with it.
That's what these are.
I expected you fellers to go ahead and hightail it out of here, but seems you get a little bit more gumption than I took you for.
Well, we're particularly interested in one that we did not find when we were down there. You know anything about a vampire named Kalani?
Oh yes, I'm very familiar. She you see him kind of drift off for a second, trying to find the words, and his face kind of goes from very concentrated to kind of a little pained maybe, and then he turns back and he says, Kaylani, she works for Morana.
Who's that?
Oh, I thought you guys were from Korth.
Name's familiar. Can you fill us in on the details?
Morana is the great aunt of King Caius. The first. It's the third that's currently in power.
Great aunt?
Yep.
She must be pretty old.
Very much so, and also vampiric herself.
That's what I was getting at.
And he says, now there's a little bit of nuance here that I should let you guys know. Not everybody with fangs is bad, all right?
Oh, I grumble at that one.
Eliza looks closely at his teeth.
He goes ahead and just sort of smiles big at you. And you do see the elongated fangs. And he says, I didn't ask to be this way. It was a curse. A curse put on me for just being at the wrong place at the wrong time, and I've done everything I can to take out the fuckers who did it.
You hunger for blood.
Of course I do. I'm a vampire. But there's plenty of animals around here to satiate that thirst.
Very
You know,
well.
I've been living with well, I used to live with a Dakani tribe. Had a pretty good foothold here in these forests, but Miranda had the great idea to gather up some kobolds and turn them into undead maniacs and set them loose. Now the Dakani are gone, and that bitch has taken all my friends twice.
How about this Kalani person? Do they have a? Do you know if she has a crypt or anything around the area, or do you know where she calls home?
Kalani is a particularly nasty vampire, and though Morana stays at Crown Home with King Caius, I am not 100% sure where Kalani stays because she does not enter or exit Crown. I've spent many a nights there waiting to see her.
If you left this, if you left this note, what's the Silverhook part?
I was going to meet y'all at the Silverhook.
Oh,
I travel into Korth every couple of days, and sometimes I make a habit out of it. See some old friends, get some news about town, especially now with things changing out here. I figure some things might be shaking up in town.
so in the scheme of things, this Morana, she's the head vampire, and Kalani is sort of second in command.
Yeah, Kalani's her main servant, uh, and kind of her protector. Rumor is that Kalani knows or holds the secret to Marana's exceptional amount of power.
So she's even stronger than like a normal vampire, is what you're saying?
Yeah, Kalani's pretty badass, but Marana is just incomparable as far as her power goes. There is some sort of something that she's gotten a hold of that has made her just a more badass vampire.
You seem like you got a personal connection with her. Kind of how you looked when you mentioned the names. You guys got a history?
I could tell you the story if you don't mind coming inside.
You don't mind us coming inside? Everybody okay with that?
Sure, why not go inside the vampire's place?
Well,
Wait.
if you wanted to attack us, he'd have done so by now.
Did he invite us in? And that's something with the vampire, I'm sure.
Uh-huh.
Like, did we get powers?
Yeah. He says, now I don't need an invitation to go in my own house, but you guys are more than welcome.
Hey, you know what? We could, since you are similarly afflicted, we did some research. Well, Eliza mostly.
Boy, this is a beautiful, lovely place you have.
Yeah. I want to know. This guy's a real tough to kill. You got any, know anything we might want to know to, daylight works real good, obviously.
Yeah, daylight if you got he looks Simon and Maximilian up and down, and he says, "Looks like you got means of dealing some sort of radiant damage, and that usually helps. It stops them from regenerating. Daylight will stop them from regenerating. That's really the toughest part of them is how they heal from their wounds. But I tell you, a good old stake to the heart. Good old stake to the heart. Daylight. If you can catch them while they're sleeping, get that stake out. Otherwise, that daylight and that radiant damage will do it all right for you."
So we were right. That's pretty much what we knew. So thank you for that.
Yeah. So if you, I apologize. I don't normally have company over that can't see in the dark. So feel free to light a lantern for yourself, but please, no daylight.
Sure, Eliza lights up a normal light lamp.
Well, we've got the Everbright lantern, which doesn't count as daylight, so that doesn't cost anything to run.
Yeah. He kind of winces at the light and
Throw
a little bit.
Throw a light cloth over it to dim it slightly.
And he says, "Hey, I appreciate that. Now, I'll tell you my story, but I will say that at the end of it, I do have a favor to ask. And you just think on whether or not you want to do it while I tell my story. I was once a fisherman named Victor. And I was, like I said, I was at the wrong place at the wrong time. There's some clerical error. I was working down at the docks and just received a shipment of boxes. I opened up the wrong box, found some coffins. I was very confused and concerned. And mainly because the shipment was improperly marked first off. If you're gonna try and smuggle your vampire buddies around, you got to make sure the shipment's marked properly. And that vampire jumped right out of that there coffin and chased me down all through the streets. Now, a paladin just happened to be out and about. Paladin of the Silver Flame. He ended up slaying that vampire, but he had gotten a bite in on me first. Knowing that I was now cursed, I didn't think it was a great idea to stay around town, so I ran off into the Nightwood. And because those Silver Flame guys, they do not play around. They act all high and mighty, but they will just as soon get rid of you as well and just claim, "Hey, he was bitten. Ain't nothing we can do about it."
How long ago was this?
It was a couple of years. I don't know. I kind of lost track of time out here. We don't, you just kind of lose track of days, and sometimes I sleep, and sometimes I don't. He looks over at the empty bottle of booze at the other end of the room and stares at it for a second, then looks back at you and says, "Well, I met up with some goblins, part of the Keknasar, who lived here in the Nightwood. They were thinking they were going to use it as a staging ground to take back Karnath for the Dakani Empire. I didn't really get on with that, but it looked like they were years and years away from their goal, and they didn't look on me any different for being a vampire. So I helped them hunt. I helped them protect their tribe. It almost became like a whole new family to me. And that's when I got my name. I was known as Kesh Chaash, which is, oh, geez, are you telling me I didn't write that down? Yeah, he doesn't tell you what it means.
But that's your goblin name.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I had a girlfriend back in town, Fourth. Those Those bastards knew who I was. They knew I was the one that opened up that casket, and they knew I knew something I shouldn't. So they got rid of her too. So these goblins are the only family I had. And they agreed, because it aligned with what they were doing, that we would wage war against the Karnathi government. And, yep. So all those goblins been wiped out though, because Miranda got tired of us.
Gotcha.
Without friends and in my condition, I'm not even a threat anymore. They probably don't even consider me as anything. They were willing to let you guys come out here and take out their kobolds for them since they didn't need those anymore.
Ah. So they kind of set us up, huh?
So wait a second. So you're saying that Captain what's his face is aligned with Morana?
No.
Captain Lockett?
I'm saying that Captain Lockett works for the city. The city is run by King Caius.
So
Also runs
he's
the whole
kind of
country. You know,
he's kind of an unwitting accomplice. Do you know Lockett?
I'm familiar with him. He protects the people when it suits him, and then he doesn't when that suits him. He's a smooth talker.
Does he know he's working for a vampire, you think?
At his level, I don't see how he couldn't.
Right. I feel like I'm dominating the conversation here. Anybody else want to chime in?
Nope, I'm listening to the story and wait until he asks us to kill him or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's what's coming, actually. Yeah.
Probably not.
Well, as I said, King Caius rules Karna, but even he fears Morana. He has reason to believe that, or I have reason to believe that a lot of people will tell you that Morana is Caius III's aunt, but I don't believe that. As I've said, I think she is Caius the First, great, great, great. She has some sort of powerful artifact, something that makes her an especially powerful vampire. She can walk during the daylight. She has a lot of people under her powerful influence, including your Captain Lockett.
That's a starting
Artifact could be
realization.
a phylactery.
What'd you say, the Shadow?
That artifact could be a phylactery.
Well, I don't think she's a necromancer or a lich of any kind, but unless you're talking about some sort of special phylactery, something that gives magical power of some kind.
Yeah, could be.
It seems possible. I mean, like the ones that we heard about that caused the harrowing.
The morning.
The morning.
Do you say that out loud?
Yes.
And he says, a phylactery caused the morning.
That's what we discovered from one source. Don't know whether it's accurate or not.
And you're saying there's more than one of these dang things?
That's also what we're working off of.
Now we're gonna have to kill him. I don't
That's
say
a
that.
that's a lot of power to be floating around in more than one object. Jesus. He says, well, I told you I was going to ask you a favor. You folks seem more than capable enough and more than willing to take out vampires. Present company not included, I hope. If What I propose is an exchange of information and services. I can get in and do things, talk to people. I got some contacts, give me information, and in exchange, I said if your path takes you to take it down Miranda, especially if you think she's got this one of these artifacts that you're after. Is this something that you guys are actively pursuing?
It's on our radar.
Okay.
And then he asks what radar is.
No, we're trying to gather more information.
They're trying to gather more information.
And he kind of raises his hat a little bit higher up on his head, and he says, "Now I've got a lot of history with people wanting to take things from other people. And I want to be 100% sure before I give you any other assistance. What is the reasoning you want to acquire this object?"
I'm hoping we can prevent another morning event.
That's a truism.
Yeah.
That's on the truth side.
We don't. Yeah, we don't want another morning.
He stares at you, Max, for a second, and then he goes, "That's a pretty good reason. All right." And he tips his hat back down. And he says, "Tell you what, why don't you guys get on back to town? I'll enjoy some of my nightlife there and gather what information I can from who I know. I'll find you. I'll find you and let you know what I find out. But I have some I do have one lead. The goblins told me about something. In the southwestern portion of the Low District. So we're looking at, I'll actually drag you guys over to drag you guys over to a map of Korth. The southwestern portion of the Low District. There are some caves built into the cliffs there that go down. Big skeleton hands mark the doors. People say that they're haunted, and occasionally a creature will come out, and the city guard, the White Lions, will have to go down there, or maybe a some sort of paladin of the Silver Flame. He'll have to go down there and take out some undead thing who's trying to kill all the people, and that's why this area here is just known to be for the underprivileged. They're not even privileged enough not to be attacked by undead creatures coming out every now and then. So, as you can imagine, real estate is not very expensive down that way. Go into those caves. I think that may be, kind of hiding in plain sight almost. That may be where Kaylani is, if I was a vampire, which I am, that's where I'd try to hide. But I don't know how dangerous it is. It would only take one instance of me finding out before I can't be of use to anybody anymore. So if you guys want to check that out, could be useful.
Gives us something to go on. Thanks.
Yeah, we'll take a look.
Okay.
So yeah, you'll find us, and so you're saying the thing that he wants us to do is if we can somehow dispatch Morana.
Yeah. Yeah, if you can take down Morana, that'll be and of course, once you know how to do it, and once you know a plan of attack, I definitely want to be involved in at least some way. She earned it. She earned every bit of wrath I got.
Wasn't it like the real old vampires are real strong? They're not going to be like the kobolds, right?
Yeah, she and her protectorate, including Kaylani, are going to be especially difficult.
Kalani's not the kind that walks in the day, though, correct?
Now that's only Morana.
Right.
She's the only one with that kind of power.
Oh, she's Daywalker.
Now I will tell you, there are rumors, and I don't even want to get any closer to investigating these rumors. There are rumors that Caius himself is not Caius the Third.
Caius first?
It is rumored that he is indeed Caius the First, and that he himself is a vampire. This whole government's just crawling with him.
That's a lot of fucking vampires.
However, I will say that his aunt, or his great great aunt, or whoever she is, Morana, is she's not always she's not as interested in Karnath being the best Karnath it can be. She's always interested in her own power. So as long as you keep your eye pointed her way, and you do not cross the king, he will likely stay out of your hair. But if you were to, for example, mount an assault on Stormhome, that would bring the entirety of the Karnath military might down on your face.
Yeah, we're definitely going to avoid that.
Yeah. So this entire kingdom is probably ruled by a vampire. And then we got a vampire who can walk in the daylight, so...
And then we got a other vampire that's vampire-ish, but...
Right.
Taking care of that. All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
All important information. You've been very helpful.
Yeah.
Should we call you Keshkashar, or should we just call you Victor?
You just call me Tosh.
No, that's right, Tosh. Yeah.
If you hear anybody if you hear any of them refer to me, and by them I mean Uranus people, they'll probably refer to me as the Hunter.
Oh, so they know you're out here.
Yeah, they know I'm out of here, but once they've taken away all my friends, I'm just a guy. I'm just one dude. So I don't know how much they care. Oh, that's right. Kesh Ta'ash means silent razor.
Silent Razor, is that what you said?
Yeah, it's the name the goblins gave me.
Yeah. Sure you earned it. All right.
Yeah, I was a spry fella back before I got turned, but these vampire abilities gives me a little edge.
I'm sure. All right, so Merrick's been like nervous and biting his lip during this whole conversation, and when he's winding down, you know, like he's giving us all the pertinent information.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask him if in all his interactions with these vampires, if he's ever seen, and I describe what my daughter looks like. You know, 12-year-old girl, real pretty, blonde hair, biggest sparkling blue eyes, blah, 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 blah. If you ever saw her floating around.
How do you refer to her as? Do you just say, hey, have you seen a person that looks like this? Or?
No, I'm going to tell him. I'm going to say, you know, I don't know, how long has it been? A year ago, family was attacked. wife and my little boy were killed. My daughter was taken away, and I'm out here looking for her. And it'd be a real big help if you saw her ever. You gotta let me know. She means the world to me.
He kind of drops his head a little bit and says, I don't know that I've seen her specifically, but I do know that Kaylani likes to employ that type. Young girls patrolling the night. If they keep their heads down and nobody knows that they're a vampire, they can get away with a lot of stuff. They can pretty much go where they want. And if they do get attacked, nobody wants to attack a young girl and
Sure.
in view of anyone else. They try to take them back in an alley somewhere, and then they get wrecked.
Right.
So I will say that Kaylani does employ some younger women as vampires,
but not that. Okay.
I have not seen that specific one, but
okay. Well, I'm looking all concerned and depressed and stuff, and I thank you, Tosh.
Yeah, I hope you find her, brother.
Yeah, me too. I don't know what I'm gonna do when I do.
Anything we need to look out for on our way back to town, other than kobold vampires?
Well, he kind of crosses the room and looks out the window, and he says, "Well, since we've spent some time here, it is going to get a little bit darker out, and you might have to use that drift globe." And he tells you that the first word or the first phrase, Janathar, means bright night, and it'll activate the daylight portion of the drift globe. And then the second phrase, Skeir, it means run in Goblin, and that will cause the globe to follow within 10 feet of you.
Yeah. Cool.
No matter how fast you're going.
Awesome.
He says, now the daylight spell only lasts for an hour, but especially with that horse and carriage, if you get on that road that I marked on the map and you haul ass, you can get out to them train tracks.
All right. We can only do the daylight thing once a day, right?
That is correct. So if you hold off on it and you don't pop the bright night, or the daylight spell from that drift globe until you need it, then you'll probably make it all the way there just fine. There's shadows, specters.
Yeah.
They are out there.
What? We saw eyes watching us from the shadows. Those weren't vampires, were they? Or were they?
Those would be the specters. The goblins thought that they were the victims of the vampires. Their souls trapped within this manifest zone.
Okay. Well,
Eliza gives a little hand clap as she, but she can activate just a normal light from it when it follows, right? The normal light spell.
Yeah.
Okay. So she does that, and she doesn't do that with him around. Doesn't like the light. So never mind.
You can cover it with something like we've got the lantern covered, and it should be equivalent.
Yeah. Once we leave,
that works.
Yeah, once we leave, she'll pop up the light portion of it.
All right. Well, if you guys are done with Tosh, then he says, "Well, like I said, I'll meet you back in course. I'll find you."
So, Thank you, Tashi.
All right.
Seem like you're a good man.
I do look at him before we leave. It's like, look, you mentioned nightlife back in Carth. Just make sure I don't have to return here. And give him a kind of a dead-eyed look.
He says, understood.
Yeah, I'm good to go.
All right. Everybody good with leaving? No final words to Tosh?
Thank him again for everything. We'll see you soon.
All right. So you guys get back on your horse and buggy, and you hold on. I gotta get rid of this accent.
Yeah, we will pop up the normal light spell on the globe.
All right. So yeah, you guys get back on the horse and with the cart and everything, and you head on back. Do you take the path marked on the map to go out to the train tracks?
Yeah.
All right, making sure that there's no train coming. You go ahead and cross the train tracks and get on the highway. Sometime before the train tracks, the shadows, the specters, did kind of close in, and I assume you would have popped a daylight spell on it.
Yes. Yes.
And so the last little bit of the ride there was just pure daylight all around you, and then on just the outskirts of it, 60 feet out, you see just a growing gathering of specters and shadows and all sorts of things. The eyes peering at you, and once you actually leave the forest itself, they sort of just stay in the forest. Once you're back on the highway, you head south along there to back into Korth. So let's go. Back to Korth. You come in via this northern road up here.
So what's our plan? Are we going to confront Captain?
I don't think we want to confront him yet. I think we want to get more information.
Yeah.
Whether he, regardless of whether he's collaborating or not, he's at least a way of us getting information.
Yep. Yeah, he doesn't know. We know he's playing us, so we can play him. Yeah.
Yeah. We don't want to burn that just yet.
Are we all in agreement?
Yeah, we're going to go tell him then that we cleared out the kobolds.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. If there's time to do that, but if it's too late or whatever, we can do it in the morning.
Yeah, by the time you get into town, it's pretty late.
Okay, let's go to our usual inn, unless we actually have have lodgings elsewhere.
Our usual not free inn, but still family. Get family prices.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. So you get to the inn, and everybody's pretty exhausted. I mean, even though you didn't take those points of exhaustion, Simon, you're still feeling pretty exhausted. Just without the mechanical disadvantage. And so everyone wants to take that long rest?
Yep.
Yes.
All right. Before you get the long rest,
Mm-hmm.
go ahead and level up to 4.
Yay! I've been dying to do this.
If we can, sure.
Yeah, we'll try.
Oh, is that a problem with this?
Not sure yet.
I don't know. It's not. Yeah, it's just not for you.
Yeah, Roll20's been wonky about certain things.
Very good.
Oh, character is not recommended for level up as it was created before level up functionality. Instead, you can use the sheet as a reference and create a new character. I'm going to try it and see.
You have to I had to choose reselect.
Okay.
So I'm basically creating a level 4 paladin, just recreating it quickly.
Got it. Gotcha. Okay. Are we going to take a couple minutes and do this?
Yeah.
All right. All
I'm
right.
not rushing you guys, so take however much time you need. I'm actually going to run, take a bio break real quick, so I'll be back.
Okay. Groovy. Oh. Come on. Oh.
I think that actually worked.
Yeah, this isn't
Okay.
quite working. Your mic's in the way again.
You coming back in? All right, how's it going, guys?
Almost done here.
Mine worked.
Working on. I had to redo my entire character. Working on spells.
Having trouble with one of the feat selections. It's not cooperating.
I don't know how I got a second language, but I'll take it.
As long as it matches up with whatever you got.
Yeah. I think everything should be good. Something's not working. Oh, hang on.
Rain, my cat is just so enthralled by the Taco Bell ad. guys have got me all excited now. If we're plotting on that.
Got you all excited with what's a plot?
Yeah,
Yeah, me too.
we got the plot moving a little bit. We got some character stuff.
I do believe.
Eliza's done.
Anybody who's still working on leveling up?
I think
close
I've got
enough.
mine sorted out. I just don't know if it's going to calculate stuff correctly.
I don't remember how much money I had at one time, so fudge.
We had a bunch. 800 and something.
Yeah.
Pull that up later.
Yeah, Dick. Oh, did it have you reset your character and it reset the amount of money you had to?
Yep.
Yeah, reset everything. Starting from
Okay.
scratch.
I put 872 on mine. This was close, or that was close to 800 for what we had from the getting paid for two things.
I didn't have to redo my character, but I had like 1,000.
Yeah, we can give you
But I know
some
we
more
spent
money.
some on different things, so
Yeah, so when you guys, I didn't take note of that. That kind of, I think I've been paying you guys too much. So when you go to get paid for the Cobalt job and you get paid less, don't take it as a slight. It's just the game is rebalancing. So.
well, you needed to give us our starting cash for having been working for a while.
Right.
Yeah, don't take it as Captain Market likes you less.
I get you.
Well, that was the job completion annual bonus and an additional reward of some sort, right?
Yeah. It's a stimulus package.
Here you go. I am.
All right. How you doing, Shadow? You all good at level 4?
Yeah, I'm leveled up.
Oh, nice roll.
Lovely.
All right. So I lost track again. Is anybody still working on leveling up?
Not me.
I think. Let me see here. Hang on a minute.
Oh hell, it did take over my gold, so I'm good.
So I think I heard Max is good, Shadow's good,
I think
Eliza's
everybody's good
good.
except for Doc.
Yeah, and I was just turning off the exhaustion level.
Well, the long rest would have done that.
Yeah, I didn't hit that yet, so yeah. All right. I think I'm good.
All right. Well, the party wakes up in the tavern, and it's a nice, bright, sunny court day. Very, very different than the last couple of days you've spent out in the Nightwood. What do you want to do with your time?
I think we need to head back to Captain, right? Tell him that we've completed the job.
Yeah.
Yes.
See what he says to that.
All right. So you head up to and block it. Once again, you enter the fort up there, and there's a kind of a young private who's looking at you, and yeah, he says, "Oh, you're the ones with Captain Market, right?" He's the same one that you saw before, and he says, I'll go get him." And he runs off, brings Captain Lockett with him. Captain Lockett looks like today's you don't really know why, but Captain Lockett looks especially decked out today in his uniform. You know, it's a higher tier uniform where he's actually wearing a bunch of the badges that he doesn't normally wear on his day-to-day uniform. And he says, "Oh, hey guys, nice to see you again. We've got got a little couple of ceremonies going on today. I got some promotions to do, but I have enough time for you guys. How'd it go out there in the Nightwood?"
I think we took care of your cool vampire problem.
Nice, nice. Did you get every single one of those little bastards?
We hope so.
Yeah, we think so. We found a nest of where they were staying and cleared it out.
Oh man, you got the coffins and everything, and
Yeah.
cool. He's like,
really,
excellent.
yeah, we
I
really
do
did.
need to pay you.
Yeah.
And the young private pipes up and says, "Sir, shall I write out a receipt?" And he says, "Private, go away." And the private runs off. And he says, "Okay, so let me take you to my office here. We'll get you paid."
Really, Merrick?
Okay.
Oh, sorry. No, that was.
So Merrick says, "Pay me now." Stabs him. All the guards come in.
Not sure that why that went on advantage. I'm marked it automatic.
All right.
Well,
so
it's the
you
element
guys,
of surprise, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's surprise check. So you guys go into Lockett's office with him.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
And whoever's in last, he says, "Hey, you mind shutting that door?"
Sure. Click.
And so he goes ahead. He digs down at his desk. He goes into a little safe and pulls out some money. And he starts counting it out. And he gives you each 70 gold.
Hmm.
He says, "Okay, 70 gold for each of you." And you know, I would really like if I had another job for you, because you guys are so awesome at doing this stuff, man. Uh, However, I don't have anything for you. I mean, Court isn't a perfect place to live still, but I I don't have anything that I don't have other people already on. So, uh, you know, but if you come back in a few days, I'm sure, yeah, there's always something, right?
Oh man.
All right, we'll see what we can do in the meantime. Let us know when you need us again.
Yeah, Eliza says, as we're walking out the door, Eliza says, "Yeah, I hear Miranda is needing to hire some people for a job."
Right.
And Lockett, he's a little stunned by that. He's a little stunned by that. He says, "Miranda, you know, the White Lions do what Miranda needs. Why would she be hiring outside help?"
I don't know. I guess that's what we're going to go find out. She says for something. She says for something very important. Kind of hush hush, not through the normal military channels.
Yeah, give me a deception check.
I will give you that deception check that I just got expertise in.
Nice.
Of course, I'll say that and fuck it up, but sure. Nice.
Wow. He rolled pretty high, but not 25. Yeah, he says, okay. And, his voice gets a lot less jovial, a little bit more serious. He says, and where would you say this meeting is going down?
Eliza says, "Oh, we didn't," and she continues off.
And everybody else just follows Eliza out.
Sure.
Yeah, looks like dramatic enough exit. I like it. Let's do it.
So you hear kind of from the as once the door opens and you guys are shuffling out and heading out, you hear Lockett's voice. He says, "All right, guys, see you next time." And then he shuts the door behind you.
Well, I don't know what that's going to do, but what the hell?
He's in his office alone.
He will now be worrying about what Morana is doing behind his back, I guess.
Yeah, I'm specifically thinking of when in Office Space when Peter tells Lumberg, the Bobs, they called me
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, you guys leave the Lion Fort, and you now have the town in front of you. What else do you want to do?
Well,
I mean, we got to check out the things, right? The caves.
you think we're ready for that?
I don't think we're ready for any of it.
But I think we need to at least start exploring it.
We need to find out where they are. I mean, what else we got? The other thing we have is we can. I mean, this doesn't necessarily get us any closer to appease our evil god dude, right?
Or maybe it does. I mean, the long way around if that is actually a phylactery that she's.
True.
I mean, yeah, we need to. I mean, we got to find some way to start that search. But in the meantime, let's go off of what we have and deal with this vampire problem, which might lead us to one of these phylacteries.
Yeah. Well, we
as
also,
well as completely disrupt our current town's government.
Yeah, we also have we do have a slight lead on the one of the worshippers of the dude, right? Nasr Kala or something. Is that it?
Galtash?
Spider Place Galtash. We know. I should have written down better notes, but we know the we know the name and potential location of one of the head honcho, bad guys that kind of worships this guy, right? Kaltashka.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, Katashka. Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah, the deal was thinking, if somebody who worships Kaltashka may very in the upper, who's quite known, may very well have a lead on where one of the phylacteries are. And we got a name,
right?
And I think that name was Nassar Kala.
Yeah, Nassar. Yeah, that's exactly it. Nassar Kala, prime follower of Katashka.
Yeah, was he over in the city at night or something? Artur?
I think so.
I've got that written down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I took 4 notes. This is high school all over again. That's a bit of a trek. We want to go there. Do we want to?
I mean, while we're in town, we might as well at least find the entrance to this thing, right?
Right. And take a look at it.
Yeah.
And we're going to touch base with Tosh at the Silver Hook or something, right?
Well, he'll find us, he said, right?
Yeah, right. Well,
I got another charge of the daylight. Sure, let's go.
do we want to see if we can get another drift globe?
I have no idea.
Not
I have
sure.
mine.
Yeah, I don't know how common they are.
They're uncommon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to try and buy another drift globe, that would be probably from one of the more religious shops.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you could get it from one of the temples. Probably the Silver Flame has plenty of them. They're well known for
Right.
Fighting, vampires and nighttime stuff.
Yeah,
I'm a little. If we're going to be fighting vampires, I do radiant damage. I don't know. Maybe the paladin can too, but I'm a little concerned about. I don't know. Are we going to be able to deal out enough damage long term?
Well, I mean,
we're getting there.
Elijah's happy to run, so.
Yeah, but
yeah, if we can stop by if we can find a temple that will sell us another drift globe and it's a reasonable enough price, I say we definitely grab it.
Sure.
All right. Search it up.
All right. Let's see here.
Temple
we had a paladin here.
Paladin Temple of the Silver Flame or whatever.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and you don't have a god per se, do you?
I do not, but that there was that wandering paladin that was on the train that helped us out. That was because he was mentioned earlier about a paladin of the Silver Flame. That could be the same guy that saved our other vampiric friend. He was on the train. He gave us a dirty look when he walked away earlier. That's like 4 or 5 times the DM dropped a hint. Let's go find him.
Let's not think meta there. Boy, we haven't seen him in it. Or let's think
let's
meta
go find
do
him
it in game. Yeah. He seems like he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he might be able to point us in the right
unlike
direction.
our paladin.
Yeah.
Shit, sorry, habit.
Yeah, well, our paladin's just learning, so
Right. Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna apply a quick.
Also, that the whole I lost it. Never mind.
This one.
So everybody multi-class, right?
Yeah, you could call it that.
Yeah.
I unfortunately had to, yes.
Oh, God, I was just kidding. Yeah. You didn't have to. You chose to.
I chose to only because 2024 rules made me. Well, I could have had what I wanted straight barred in old rules, but I cannot in new rules.
Really?
What's keeping it? Couldn't have.
It was the origin feats are weird.
Oh,
well, no, you can take origin feats at 4th level. You just can't, take. So
regular feats.
Even though it's an origin feat, you can take it because I actually just took one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't want origin. None of the origin feats.
Oh,
gotcha. What I need.
Feat.
Yeah, I wanted the warlock feat of Mask of Many Faces, and
gotcha.
I could not get that anyway except for taking warlock.
Well, you could always retcon it with Meth's help to make it work. You just sort of fudge it for the first 3 levels, and now you can technically do it.
Yeah, it goes well with character background anyway. It's just she's not going to be incredibly useful until like 7th level, so instead of 5th level. So
Well, honestly, most of us aren't going to be terribly
Yeah.
useful till then.
I mean, I gotta say, I'd kind of like having at least a couple of first level spells back after every short rest. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
that definitely gives you a little bit of extra firepower.
Yeah, there's something to be said. And you didn't take Eldritch Blast, did you?
I did not. That is not illusion and/or enchantment.
Oh. No, but it is a warlock cantrip. But
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. I get you. I'm just kind of giving you a hard time.
All right,
You'll get no healing from me either. So yeah.
The drift globe is going to be 500 gold.
How many are available?
Oh, shit.
Sorry.
You know what? Since you're the one who asked, roll me a d4. We're going to divide the number by 2 and round up.
All right, this D4 better cooperate.
4 it is.
All right, so there are 2 available.
Perfect. Help! I'll buy one of them outright if I need to. But if we
will buy one.
If we want to pool money, that will work too.
Yeah.
Well, take 90 out of the. Take it out of the
party loot.
Party loot first.
Okay.
All right, so Merrick, you're buying one outright.
I will. Yep.
All right, and then Max, you're using 90 from the party loot, and then 410 from your own.
Yes.
All right.
So let's see. Let me do math real quick. Okay. And then drift globe. Add that to the sheet.
You said it's 500 total, or 410, I guess, for.
No, 500 for you.
500 for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't see drift globe in the compendium yet.
Oh, I found it.
You did? Did
I just typed in drift.
So did I. And
under items, Dungeon Master Guide.
Nope. No, I'm not seeing the DMG with that entry for whatever reason.
You know, it's weird. It's neither am I. If I type in drift, drift globe, unlock more character. I need to unlock more character options.
That's because. Interesting. I mean, you haven't pre-purchased on Roll20, right? Well, this is just Dungeon Master's Guide. It's not Dungeon Master's Guide 2014. So
I don't think it was in the original DMG.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's familiar.
Thought it was. Yeah, according to D&D Beyond, it was on both. Did I just never buy the?
Well, I mean, I see it, and I can't imagine it. Like I said, I just typed in drift, D-R-I-F-T.
Yeah, I'm not.
Are you in Roll20?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Items.
I see return drifter, Drake sand drift, Drake.
I just see the exploring Eberron rule.
Huh. Yeah, I see items and monsters.
Yeah, I'm not seeing that.
Yeah,
I'm not seeing any of that stuff.
Oh yeah, my items go from dread helm to drum. I guess I don't. I guess I never bought the.
Where did I find it?
In D&D.
Never got the original Dungeon Master Guide.
I guess I never got the original DMG in Roll20.
We suck. You just add it. Just add it as just plus. Go to your inventory and add it. I mean, it's not.
Well, I've got it in D&D Beyond, and we can fix that later.
Yeah.
I'll worry about it another time.
You can add an item under your inventory.
Drift globe. I'm gonna do that. Maybe.
This is what it added text-wise under my.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. I'm feeling pretty vampire-proof at this point.
Yeah.
Really?
Definitely gives us a good safety net.
Yeah.
It's almost like
I'm feeling up until we actually take on the one that can walk in the day. I mean, that's
a different situation.
Yes,
entirely.
normal vampires I feel pretty good about. If they're taking 20 around, I'm taking the dodge action.
Nice. I'm feeling pretty good because I'm staying the hell out of the way.
Yeah. All right. Well, now that you guys have some drift globes,
Yep.
what would you say is the next thing you're gonna do? So I could take that note, and then I'm gonna kind of call it here because I don't want to have you guys jump into too much that I don't
want to go to the
maps and stuff for.
poor person's place, looking for the entrance to the cliffs.
Oh, true story.
Yeah, we could get to that point.
All right. Already finished looking for the entrance to the cliffs. To the cave.
Hey, the DC's off on that.
All right. So we will end the session there. However, we'll do a few admin things since we have some time. Between now and 2 weeks from now, here's something I'm going to do is I'm going to arrange all these things together, kind of put some more notes into the party's handouts as far as kind of a current quest list. Things that you guys have mentioned that you want to get into or do. I'm going to maybe do a few other things administratively, but what I want you guys to do is just over the next 2 weeks, no rush, but try to get those Roll20 character sheets rolling right on a lot of the things. I know sometimes it's actually Roll20 that gives us the beat itself that like, oh man, the character sheet's acting up, it's not, I'm clicking on the stupid thing and it's not doing the thing. Like that kind of stuff is understandable. But as far as applying the right modifiers, let's see if we can get at least that hashed out.
Yeah. I mean, and I'm not saying I could do it any better than anybody else because it's a fucking new sheet, but I do have a significant amount of time on my hands in general throughout the day, and so if anybody, but then I would need access obviously to sheets, and I don't know if anybody wants to do that, but I'm happy to help if you want me to poke around with like doing things like fixing the modifiers and whatnot. But anyhow.
Yeah, speaking of, and this is funny, and maybe it was just not showing the math on it. The damage I was doing from the Divine Fury Radiance thing, it was adding 2 more to that damage than what I should have been having. And I didn't notice that until the very last time, but with the new sheet, it fixed it. It looks like.
Oh, problem solved, and that's good. But
yeah,
I definitely want those are the kind of things I want to try and limit.
Yeah.
I want to not be thinking about that stuff in the heat of
the moment.
Yeah.
A ton.
Yeah. Does anyone have anything that they would like from me to do between now and the end? I know with Max and with Simon, we need to pick out some gods if you guys want to do that.
Yeah, I think we need to.
So I'm gonna set aside some time. I'm gonna or not email. I'll get with you on Slack and kind of give you the rundown on a few things. I'll send you some information, and we'll pick. Over the course of the next 2 weeks, we'll pick something that makes sense.
Also, I want to make a quick correction. This is our makeup game. Don't we play next week?
No, this last week was our reschedule.
This is the normal schedule.
So we are back to every 2 again. Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
Darn.
Yeah. Got on this for next.